Jetstar, long delays and being stuck at the airport the whole day. Today we truly find out how bad Jetstar really is as we take them long haul over to Osaka. Welcome to Brisbane Airport, where we begin our journey. Today's flight is JQ23, so we head over to get checked in. The Jetstar check-in at Brisbane Airport is done all through self-check-in kiosks and bag drops, with staff to help you if you're unable to check in. Today, the kiosk didn't want to work for me, so I had to get one of the staff to check me in. The bag drop was super easy though, so overall check-in experience was pretty quick and saves you time from having to wait for these massive queues. With plenty of time to spare, I did a bit of plane spotting. This was our scheduled aircraft, VH-VKL, but that ended up flying to Tokyo instead of Osaka, as this was the moment we realised our flight was delayed. Not just a small delay, but for the whole day. This was due to an engineering issue, so we had the option to go home or stay at the airport for the whole day. We then decided to stick around for the whole day, and then we received our $30 worth of compensation vouchers to use at the airport. Trying to be smart, we attempted to use the vouchers to get into one of the lounges, but unfortunately we were unable to. And this is the part where we had to waste time for the whole day. So this is my first time walking to the other end of the terminal, where it was an absolute ghost town. And that was before we got kicked out by security because apparently we weren't supposed to be there. But that's another story. I then decided to check out the status of our plane, and I can say for a fact that it didn't look like it was going to fly anytime soon. But anyways, this is our aircraft for today, the Jetstar 7878, registered as VH-VKL. This aircraft was delivered to Jetstar in September 2015, making it just under 9 years old at the time of recording. The aircraft has 21 business class seats in a 232 layout, and 314 economy class seats in a 333 layout. However, they just announced they'd be retrofitting them all from the start of next year, adding more business class seats, replacing all seats with more ergonomic ones, and adding Wi-Fi whilst removing the seatback screen. We then ended up settling for lunch at a restaurant using the vouchers. Thank you, Jetstar. For the rest of the time we were just hanging around while we were waiting to board. The plane also had to go on a test flight beforehand as well.
Is there someone in there still?
Finally, the aircraft was parked at the gate, and over 7 hours later from our scheduled boarding time, we started boarding.
Thank you.
We're going up? We're in?
Yeah. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Fucking finally. Let's go. Osaka, 3 AM.
So we're like right here, right?
We could be on the left of it, maybe. Maybe, thanks.
Window seat, just go this way and under the place.
Thank you.
Just close left here.
We're really separated there.
Wait.
Look at this. We're here, bro. Here it is. Business class seat, and we're here.
This is my seat today, 10A. This is the first row of economy class on the plane with business class in touching distance. Also being a bulkhead seat, the legroom was great. The tray table was stowed in the armrest and can be folded.
Small a bit. Goes up and down.
seat pocket contained a menu and a seat bag. The headrest was adjustable and can go up and down. Beside the seat there was a remote as well. The jet bridge was then disconnected and we started pushing back. You can't see anything, but we then took off from 01 left. flight map is very basic and doesn't move at all. It just shows the basic details of the flight, so it needs to be uploaded.
We're so close.
Oh, I think I keep pushing that
I purchased the Flex Plus bundle, which included 2 meals throughout the flight, which you can pre-book on their website. The meal service came around and I got myself the beef lasagna with a tea, as for some reason they only do meals with hot drinks, which makes no sense at all. Also, the pilot must have spotted my mate wearing Queensland merch when boarding, so he slipped us a note with the live score of the State of Origin match. Overall, the beef lasagna, it doesn't look the best, but it tasted alright and you really can't go wrong with that. Then the pilot slips us another piece of paper updating us with the score, and yeah, it wasn't looking good for us. Anyways, here's the loo review from the Jetstar 787. Nothing too flash, pretty spacious, has the Qantas hand soap. Yeah, but pretty clean. I then came back to my second meal, being the bacon and egg ciabatta. A bit strange being given this probably like an hour after I finished my previous meal, as they normally serve food at the beginning and end of the flight, but it's fair enough as people probably don't want to eat at 2 AM. The ciabatta was really good, and it's normally my go-to. It's got nice crispy bread with hot bacon, egg, with a nice tomato relish, so I finished it up pretty quickly. I then went to sleep for a couple of hours and then watched the movie or so, and before I knew it, we were in Osaka. Alright, as we taxi to the gate, I'll conclude today's video and give you guys my rating overall. Like always, I'll give my rating through 5 different categories. To start with, the check-in process was super efficient. With check-in, you were able to do it online or at the self-serve kiosks. Even with my issue, we got all checked in within 20 minutes. Brisbane Airport's international terminal really needs a revamp, as there's really not many places to eat, and not the best selection of lounges. The 787 seat is pretty standard, not much cushion, but it does the job. The extra legroom was a saviour for this 8-hour plus flight though. It made it so much more comfortable. The in-flight experience was great, apart from the crazy delay, which was simply outrageous. We did get compensated alright, with $30 in Brisbane and 1,000 yen when arriving in Osaka with vouchers, and then randomly Jetstar sent me $2 a month later, so I'll take that. But anyways, what you see is what you get really food wise, pretty standard, but I thought it was nice to get 2 meals included with my fare. In regards to in-flight entertainment, honestly I'm a fan of their selection of movies and TV shows. Obviously the overall system is outdated and the flight map needs updating, but I'm not complaining. Next, the aircraft was clean, but the seats are slowly aging as these aircrafts are being utilised so much by Jetstar, hardly seeing a break. They have 11 787s in service, and I'm excited to see how their revamp goes next year. And for fees, I initially paid $361 Australian with the plus fare, which was a bargain. However, I had to change dates, making me pay a total of $609 Australian with the fare difference, which was a bit rough. This is including the $10 entertainment fee, which honestly should be complimentary if you're paying for the plus fare, I reckon. So, in conclusion, crazy delay, but will I still fly in Jetstar because of this? Absolutely not. I still think Jetstar is the most consistent value for money product, as there's rarely any major delays, and I'm still earning Qantas points and status. Might be a hot take as well, but I also think their customer service is way better than Qantas too. So definitely not the last time flying Jetstar for me. Osaka's terminal is getting constantly revamped, so it's honestly a lot of walking normally from the gate to the immigration, plus you gotta get a train over to that side of the terminal, so I would say it takes like 10 minutes to get to immigration. Being a Japanese citizen at Kansai airport meant I could go through immigration really quickly, but if you're a foreigner, it takes ages. Even though we were the last flight of the day, the queue still took a long time. We then made it out at around 4 AM, where we used our 1,000 yen voucher on the only place that was open, McDonald's. McDonald's at 4 AM. Anyways guys, thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, as still we've got plenty more videos lined up for the channel. Cheers and safe travels.